became known as a Moby Dick Porsche.
Take a close look at that car, which was clocked at Daytona International Speedway in 1986 at 218 miles per hour.
Can't even conceive of what that must have felt like as a pair of 914s.
Well, you can ask Case Nerup or Jim Mullen. I know Case is here this weekend. He can tell you exactly what it was like.
I got to go for a ride with him at Rennsport 3 or 4 at Daytona. I guess it would have been 3 at Daytona in a GT3 around the high banks there, and what a thrill that was. As we look at the 116, Ernie Spada in his 1970 914-6. It was modified in 72 for SCCA production, and then later modified for SCCA GT2 production, and then on to IMSA GTU racing.
There is Jim Hendrix. There's a great racing name. From Chandler, Arizona, in his 1970 Porsche 914-6. So it's a battle of the 914s here. For 18th place, make it. Now picking up another battle. See the number 39 in green. Dennis Singleton from Atherton, California. His 74 Porsche RSR. Another well-exercised 911. 42 races between 74 and 76 alone, racing primarily in Germany. Brought to the United States in 2001. A regular vintage competitor. There's
That's
a familiar
Steve Schmidt,
name.
yeah, in his 935K from 1976. That was Bill and Don Whittington's personal car, which they raced at all the IMSA races in period. It is the real car. Of course, the Whittington brothers owned Road Atlanta, and that's why it has a Road Atlanta name down the front on both sides of the wheel arches.
Boy, those were colorful days, and I'm not talking about the paint.
No.
The Whittington brothers and their tenure at Road Atlanta. The Whittington brothers remain, I believe, the only family that had all 3 brothers on the starting grid for the Indianapolis 500.
Back to the battle between the 914s. Look at the difference in the rear fenders between the two. As the second car was widened out for GTU competition. Flared out on the back end.
I have to say the standard of preparation of all of the cars down here in the paddock is pretty outstanding. Nearly all of them in period livery with equipment to match. Really well taken care of.
Unfortunately, many of them are willing to bring them out and exercise them for us.
Exactly. What's the point of having a car like this if you're not going to use it?
Yeah, and a tip of the visor to Porsche for doing the same thing, right? For emptying out the museum and bringing over many pieces that some of the folks over here in the United States and other parts of the world have never seen actually turn a wheel in anger before.
Yeah, we've made that point time and again this weekend. You've read about them in magazines, you've seen the pictures, maybe saw a little video or film one place or another, but at Porsche Rennsport Reunion, you can actually come out and look into the cockpit, talk to some of the drivers who race them, talk to the owners who own them now, kick some tires, and watch these amazing cars in the flesh, as it were. Because as I've said before, the drivers come and go, but the cars just go on and on.
Talked with the guys down at Bruce Canipa's group. They were saying that they had folks come by who told them they came all the way from Finland, I believe it was, to Rennsport Reunion 6 because they just wanted to see the 917s run. And felt like this was their only opportunity to do so.
Yep. You not only see the 917s, you get the 919s. The big 935s, as you mentioned.
Speaking of the 935, still out in front in one is Patrick Long. And you know, Patrick is he's a great guy. He's a heck of a racer, obviously. But he's a